Hello, welcome to my first Things to Do in Albion Online. This episode is dedicated to the Mists. Now, I'm not going to tell you what is the best way to make silver or fame and how you should go about it. Albion Online is fun because there's so much things you can do in it. Don't worry about silver and fame, just enjoy the game. I want to state upfront that I'm using footage from both the test server and live server. It took me almost an hour to find something in the black zone, so I switched over to the test server. Let's start about talking about the three types of mists. There are yellow zone mists, black zone, and the greater black zone mists, which are just two-person black zone mists. Now, each of these mists also have a rarity. Depending on rarities, they can offer things such as better fame and rewards, but you can also find higher tier resources that you can harvest. I have fished a tier 7 yellowfish in the yellow zone mists. You can find mists in the following locations: Roads of Avalon, yellow, red, and black zones. Any zones besides the yellow zone will take you to a black zone mist, as there are only yellow or black zone mists. The first activity in the mists is Turbulent Mists. You will find wisps that will need to be escorted to the portal across the map. Once you pick up the wisp, you'll be put into unrestricted PvP, which means you'll be flagged as PvP until you abandon the wisp or deliver the wisp. Now, you can't mount up during this process, as you'll have to walk the entire way. Delivering the wisp will give you fame and Brecilien standing. What is Brecilien standing? Brecilien is a city in the mists that is just like any of the other royal cities. To get to Brecilien, you will need to give good standing with them, and you'll need to find the portal to Brecilien. This will also unlock the city in the travel planner, so you can always revisit them at any time by going to any of the major cities and seeing the travel planner. You can also have islands in Brecilien if you'd like to make that your home. To have good standing, you will need to get 50k worth of standing with them, which you can find by clicking on your profile stats and then scroll down to see Brecilien standing, hover over the status, and it will tell you how much you have. The next activity is releasing wisps. Traveling around the map, you'll find mists that are trapped with guards around the wisp. Killing the guards and releasing the wisp will give you some fame and Brecilien standing. It's a small activity, but it's a good one to do as it's quick and gives you a lot of fame and Brecilien standing. Let's talk about camps. Camps are one of the larger activities the mists have to offer. Mists have mob camps that you'll need to farm a certain amount of fame to get into the chests. Now, in the yellow zone, they are unrestricted PvP zones, so make sure you keep that in mind. Once you get enough fame, you are able to open the chest and get some Brecilien standing. Chests can vary and can give you some fame tomes or a good amount of loot. There are also different size camps. Camp size will vary in the amount of fame needed. A quick tip for this activity: find mobs that are on the other part of the circle if you're in a yellow zone and bring them into the camp border. Killing them will give you more fame than the ones that are inside the camp, allowing you to complete this activity quicker. Chests and coffers are activities you will find moving around the mist. Chests will show up anywhere on the map so you can see where they spawn. Coffers require you to be a certain distance next to them to see them on the map. The activity is the same for both. They have an unrestricted PvP circle, just like the camps. If you're lucky to win the fight, or if nobody is nearby, opening the chest will give you a good amount of silver and loot. If you lose the fight in the yellow zone, you will be kicked out of the area you entered the mist from. Black zone, you will lose the gear and be prompted to be respawned. Now, this activity is one of my favorites to do. Knightfall Abbeys are a location in the mist that you'll have to find. To find an entrance, you have to look around the mist map until you come across an entrance. Once you enter, the PvP is on. You'll be flagged as PvP, and so will all other players. Going around the abbey, you will find statues with mob next to them. Kill all the mobs, and the statue will open and provide one of the 3 buffs or a chest. While in an abbey, you'll find chests and coffers spawn on this map, just like the mists do. If you're in the mist long enough, you will stumble upon Mythical Creatures, which are very strong creatures that drop crafting materials needed for the Fey armor sets. They may also drop other items such as Tomes of Insights. Killing them will offer a great amount of fame. You can do all the activities I mentioned earlier in black zones. They'll also give you might if you're in the black zones. Might is part of the Conqueror's Challenge and will give you rewards based on how much might you have. Now let's talk about the one activity that is only in black zones: Crystal Spiders. These spiders will show up on your map when you're close enough, and when killed will offer quite a bit of fame, standing, and might. They'll also drop a big bag of loot for you to take or split if you're in a duo mist. While in the mist, you'll find Avaloian Roads entrances. They will take you to the roads just like any entrance in other zones. While in Brecilien, there's also a portal to send you to a random Avaloian road or a mist that you can pick to go to the yellow zones, black zones, or duo black zone mists. You're now full of loot and fame after completing these activities. Head to any of the exits located in the middle of each side of the map and you'll be dropped off where you entered the mist, so you can make it home and sell your hard-earned loot. Now this video isn't about maximizing profits or builds to do these activities. My goal is to make people aware of all the activities you can do in Albion Online. If you're new to the game, I wouldn't worry about fame and silver. Find the activities you enjoy and do them. Some may not give you a lot of fame and silver, but the whole point is to enjoy the game you are playing. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Albion content, subscribe below. If you want to see more activity videos or guides, like this video or comment the next section I should do. Now I also want to thank my friends Papa Nurse, Angel, and Comfy Box for helping me edit this script and get some content for the video. Thank you for watching.